What's up, everybody? It's X, and today I will be doing a ranked draft of Rivals of Ixalan block. So let's just start off here with our first pack. These cards are pretty not great right now. Let me actually move this over here so it's a little easier to see. I think the best card in this pack is probably Merfolk Mistbinder. It is a Merfolk lord. It gives us a pretty clear strategy to just try to start drafting highly here. And if we end up in the strategy, it'll be really powerful. If not, unfortunately, it's not really going to fit into anything other than Merfolk, but the other cards are not very strong. I think my second favorite card in this pack is just Thunderherd Migration. This is just a rampant growth. It's a card that searches your library for base clan, puts it into play tapped, so it's good mana fixing and ramp at the same time. I think Pride of the Conquerors can be really good in aggressive decks that put out a lot of creatures really quickly, but it's not really something I'd want to first pick, and our rare is basically... It's I don't know. I don't know if I'd say it's completely unplayable, but it's definitely not my cup of tea. It's a very risk-reward card. You have to enchant a creature your opponent controls, and then kill the creature with another card, so you're 2-for-1ing yourself, but then you could potentially cast a bunch of cards from your opponent's deck, but it's just a lot of hoops to go through to get that effect. So I'm just going to start off with the Merfolk the Mistbinder here. I kind of like Thunderherd Migration as well. It keeps us more open, because this could go in green-blue or green-red, or a 3 or 4 color type deck, but I think Merfolk Mistbinder can just be really strong if we can get if we can get the Merfolk to go with it. So, right after saying that whole speech, we don't see a single Merfolk in this pack. There are some really good cards, though. Siren Reaver can be really good in aggressive pirate decks, or just aggressive decks in general. White-blue flyers is a pretty good theme in this format. There's also a couple pretty nice common removal spells. There's Luminous Bonds and Bombard. Both of those get rid of most things, but not everything. Bombard cannot kill giant dinosaurs, and Luminous Bonds can't stop activated abilities. Other than that, there's a Forerunner for the pirates, Forerunner for dinosaurs. The Forerunners are the creatures that when you cast them, you search your library for a card of the same creature type as them, basically, and put it on top, and then they do something whenever a creature of that type enters. So the pirate one gets to do a damage to your opponent whenever you play a pirate, and the dinosaur one gets to do 1 damage to each creature whenever you play a dinosaur. So the dinosaur one can be a lot better for sure, because if you have a lot of enraged dinosaurs, you just get so much value off of it. And this guy's a hilarious combo if you manage to get a Polyraptor, because Polyraptor says whenever it's dealt damage, you just make a copy of Polyraptor. So if you get both of these, you can cast your Forerunner to put your Polyraptor on top, and then whenever you have the mana to play your Polyraptor, you get to play it, damage it, make another copy. You get like 5 copies of Polyraptor, and you do like 5 damage to every other creature. It's pretty sweet. Colossal Dreadmaw is a great common 6 mana 6/6 trample. That's good in every limited format it's been in. It's just not great. So this is a pretty hard choice. I think I'm going to take one of the blue cards here because they're going to be fine even if we end up in a Merfolk deck, and I don't have to completely abandon my first pick if I take one of those. If I take Luminous Bonds or Bombard, then either way, I'm not casting one of the cards I'm not playing one of the cards I've drafted so far. If I take Siren Reaver or Spirewinder, these could both end up in the Merfolk deck if we get some Merfolk in the next pack. So I think I'm going to take... I don't know which one's actually better, because these are both quite good. So Spirewinder's really good because it's a 3/4 later in the game when you have the City's Blessing, so when you control 10 or more permanents. And Siren Reaver's really good if you're just trying to be really aggressive, because you could play it for 3 mana, potentially. I think I'm just going to take Spirewinder, though. And here we go. Now we've got some Merfolk, and some good ones at that. So we have Jungleborn Pioneer, which is probably going to be the pick, just because it is really good with the Mistbinder. It's a 3 mana 2/2 Merfolk that makes another Merfolk when it enters the battlefield. And then the other Merfolk option is Mistcloaked Herald, which can be quite good. It is in the same format as Curious Obsession, and obviously that is like the combo that is such a powerful combo that it is seeing play in Standard. So yeah, that's what you really want to be doing if you get a Mistcloaked Herald. Otherwise, it can still be alright just in your Merfolk decks with cards like River Herald's Boon. There's just other auras that are pretty nice. But I think I'm going to take Jungleborn Pioneer for now. It combos really well with Merfolk Mistminder in that it will give my token and my Merfolk itself +1/+1, and it combos really well with Spirewinder in that it puts more than one permanent out to try to reach the Ascend trigger. This pack's pretty empty. There's a 3-mana 2/3 Merfolk that can't be blocked by dinosaurs. That's the only Merfolk in here, and it's not a very good one. So there are good cards for other kinds of decks. I think Atsakan Seer can be really good in dinosaur decks, because, you know, it's a ramp card, and also once you have enough mana, and you don't need it to be tapping for mana anymore, you can just sacrifice it to get one of your giant dinosaurs back. Goblin Trailblazer and Buccaneer's Bravado are both very good in the aggressive pirate decks. I think I'm going to end up just taking one of these green cards. These are both just good basic bodies here. Hardy Veteran's pretty nice. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with some upside. As long as it's your turn, it's basically a 2-mana 2/4. So it lets you get into... it lets you make attacks even if your opponent plays their own 2/2. Unfortunately, it does not block as a 2/4, but that would be way too strong. And then there's also Overgrown Armasaur, which I do like, but we're not really dinos. I think I'm just going to take Hardy Veteran. And then this pack we have Jadecraft Artisan. I think that's a pretty easy pick. It's a decent Merfolk. Yeah, I think this draft would probably be going better if I just took, like, Lumina spawns, because white seems really open now. There's a Divine Verdict here really late. So I probably should have just taken Lumina spawns. I guess it's not that late. We're only 4 picks in. I'm just going to take the Merfolk. This pack... I like Snubhorn Sentry a whole lot, but it's not really in our colors. See, this is the point where I'm thinking we definitely should be switching colors, because there's not a lot of good stuff in green or blue. But there's nothing like strong enough to want to switch colors for in this pack right now. So I guess we just take a mediocre card. Here we can take a Mistcloaked Herald or a Spirewinder. Spirewinder is actually really good, so the fact that it's still in the pack makes me feel not so bad about my colors. I think this pack is just bad. All of these cards are not very exciting. Yeah, there's not like a single one of these that I'm pumped about at all. There's not even one that really stands out as the best pick, so I guess I'll just take the random dino. We'll take Jadebearer. Jadebearer can be pretty good. Usually, I wouldn't run Jadebearer, but sometimes you get like the perfect deck for it with a whole bunch of copies of the unblockable Merfolk and stuff like that. That's a pretty late Dreadmaw. I'll go ahead and pick him up. I don't think I need another Hardy Veteran. Then I guess here I'll take a Knight of the Stampede, because now I have a Colossal Dreadmaw, so I might actually be making some dinos cheaper. Same reasoning for Overgrown Armasaur. We'll take an Enter the Unknown just because it's in our colors. I'm probably not going to run that card. And see what's in our next pack. And it's a rare that fits into our deck. This is absolutely just going straight into our deck. This card is very, very powerful. It is almost like it's just a 5-mana Verdant Force, which is an incredible card. So yeah, at the beginning of each upkeep, so not just your upkeep, you get a 1/1 green sapling creature token, and if you get the City's Blessing, which is really easy to do when you have him out, since you're making a 1/1 every turn, all of your 1/1s become 3/3s. So that's super good. That's just going straight into this deck. So it's looking like we're probably going to end up just like green-blue dropping the Merfolk sub-theme here. We could just be a green-blue deck, period. So Vona's Hunger is actually a pretty good rare. But I don't think I want to hop into black. I think I'd like to just stick to green-blue for now, so we'll just take a good card. So we can take Soul of the Rapids, 5 mana, 3/2 flying hexproof. That's a really hard to deal with threat. If your opponent doesn't have flyers, it can really easily just kill them, since there's not really much else they can do about it. They cannot target it with anything. We could also just take the Hunt the Weak to actually have some removal. I kind of like that. I think I'm just going to take Hunt the Weak here. There are other strong cards as well that are worth mentioning. Expel from Mirazka, 2 mana, return an on-land permanent to its owner's hand, and if you have City's Blessing, you put it on top of their library instead. Card's pretty good. And also Deadeye Righthauler is alright. But I'm taking Hunt the Weak, and then here... I'm going to go ahead and take Secrets of the Golden City. I like drawing cards. In this pack... I love Resplendent Griffin. My favorite deck to draft in this format was Blue-White Flyers, and this card is sick in there. If it does not get killed immediately, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's so nice. So I guess we take Aquatic Incursion. Probably not playing it, but I'm definitely not playing Naturalize, and probably not playing Plummet. You take a Riverwise Augur or Secrets of the Golden City. I don't really like the Augur that much, so I'm just going to take the Secrets. Sailor of Means seems perfect for this deck. 3 mana, 1/4 body that blocks stuff, and it gives us a treasure token to ramp into bombs faster. Basically, we could play this turn 3 and then just drop our Tender Shoot Dryad on turn 5, or on turn 4 if we're lucky. Or we could just play this and then drop Dreadmaw on turn 5. I like Crashing Tide. I also like Armasaur. Not a major fan of Negate, but it definitely could be playable in this deck. I'm going to take out the Knight for now, and take out... probably take out Aquatic Incursion for now. We don't have a whole lot of Merfolk. I think I'm probably just dropping the Merfolk theme here. We just run Mistbinder as a 2 mana 2/2 that every once in a while gives us a little bit of upside. And then we just run the good Merfolk. We don't run the random ones in here. Something like that. Let's see what our mana curve's like here. I think I'll take Crashing Tide. Take another Spirewinder. I just like this card so much. We could also take Evolving Wilds to fix our mana. Or another Crashing Tide. Just to slow down our opponents. I think I'm going to take Spirewinder. Soul of the Rapids or Overgrown Armasaur? I think I'll take the Soul. Kind of just moving into like blue-green flyers here, which is not really a thing, I don't think. But it's like, it's the cards I'm taking. I think I just liked blue-white flyers too much in this format, and I'm just seeing all of my favorite blue flyers and just drafting them even when I'm not really in a deck for them. So, this pack is not super exciting. There are a few blue cards that I like here. I like this Merfolk a lot. 2 mana 2/1, and if I have another Merfolk, it's a 2 mana 2/1 flyer. That's really strong. If I have another Merfolk. Old Growth Dryads is a really bad rare. It's a 1 mana 3/3, but when it enters the battlefield, all of your opponents get to search the library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. So this looks semi-powerful at base level, a 1 mana 3/3. I mean, that's sick, right? But if I just play this turn 1, play my 3/3 out, they search their library for land, put it into play tapped, they untap, play their land for turn, and they're just like already at 2 mana, so they could just play like a 2 mana 3/1, and then already this card has been useless, whereas for the rest of the game they get to keep that land. So I've just like sped my opponent up for basically nothing. Like most of the time this gets in 1 or 2 swings on your opponent, and then it's just... you've just given your opponent so much advantage from the land. I think I'm going to take Shaper Apprentice. We could also take Prosperous Pirates. I do like that card. 5 mana 3/4, and you get 2 treasure tokens, but I don't have that high mana cost cards in here to need the Prosperous Pirates. I only have 1 card that costs more than 5 mana, so by the time I can cast the Pirates, I'll already have the mana I need. So we'll take Shaper Apprentice. Oh boy. This is a strong pack. This rare is really, really strong, but I don't think I'm going to splash into it. So yeah, it's active treason on a stick. You just, like, for 4 mana, you can active treason things. Just keep taking your opponent's creatures and hitting them in the face with them. Card's really good, but there are other really good cards in here. There's also Lightning Strike, but again, not really in our colors. But Chart a Course, draw 2, discard 1, or if you attacked with a creature, you don't have to discard a card. So it's just 2 mana, draw 2. This card's really strong. One with the Wind also was an MVP in this format. This card is very good. So this is a really hard choice. It's between Chart a Course and One with the Wind. I think I just want to Chart a Course here. Just have a lot of card draw in this deck. Ooh, boy, we are getting paid off in this pack. Another really hard choice, but I think it's got to be Shapers of Nature. That's a 3-mana 3/3 with really good abilities to dump all your mana in when you have nothing else to do. So 4 mana, put a counter on a creature, and 3 mana, remove a counter from a creature and draw a card. This card's really, really good. There's also another Shaper Apprentice for the 2 mana 2/1 flyer if I control more Merfolk, and there's also Opt, which Opt is great even in limited because it's just like you just make your deck more consistent by having an Opt in it. If there's ever a time where you're on turn 1 and you weren't going to play anything anyway, being able to just Opt, scry 1 to make sure that you draw a land or a non-land depending on what you need is just always good. But I'm going to take Shapers of Nature here. I feel like that card's just really strong. And I think here I'll take another Shaper Apprentice. Ooh. So we could... Oh, man. We could take Savage Stomp. 3 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature control, fight a creature you don't control. That card's really good, but Tishana's Wayfinder is also really good. A 3 mana 2/2 that explores, and it's a Merfolk. Man, this final pack here has by far been the best pack. We only have 1 Hunt the Week for removal, so I think we have to take Savage Stomp here, unfortunately. I really do want the Wayfinder, but there's absolutely no way it wheels here, and we have to just take the removal, I think. Oh my god. That's a Wild Growth Walker, but we didn't even take the 1 Explorer card that we actually wanted, so yeah, we don't have a single Explorer card here, but Wild Growth Walker, another really, really strong card. It's definitely not as strong in Ixalan block. It's a lot better when it's just triple Ixalan, because you can actually draft around it really early, because you know if you have the Wild Growth Walkers. So you could just like first pick a Wild Growth Walker and then just take everything with Explorer you see if you want. Yeah, so I don't know what to do with this pack. This pack is really good. There's Sailor of Means, there's Run Aground, and there's Grazing Whiptail. All 3 of those cards are really nice. Let's check our curve. This is a fine curve. I think mana costs of what I'm taking does not really matter. I just want to take the best stuff at this point, which is really hard to decide what's best here. I guess I'll take... Well, how much stuff do I have that's good for Hunt the Week and Savage Stomp? I definitely want to make sure I have a lot of stuff that is strong enough for those cards. Yeah, I think I just want the 3/4 in here because I want more cards that are like just decently sized creatures to make sure that my Hunt the Week and my Savage Stomp can kill things. Yeah, it's going to be Jade Guardian here. It's a Merfolk, it's got Hexproof, and it can put a counter on any of my Merfolk, including itself if it wants. So there's a Sailor of Means here if I really wanted the Sailor of Means. And I think I do, because my only other choice is a 2 mana 2/2. The secondary ability can come into play, but usually you're not going to be able to still have your 2 mana 2/2 out on turn 8. At the least. I'm going to take Sailor of Means here. So, Prosperous Pirates, Navigator's Ruin, Siren's Ruse. I'm probably not playing any of these. There's also Ancient Bronodon, which is adorable, but we don't really have any of the ramp cards for that. Guess we'll take the Pirates, probably not playing it. Take another Pirates. Opt is still here. I like that a lot. I do kind of want the Ceratops once again, just for my Hunt the Week and my Savage Stomp, but I'm just going to take the Opt. There's a Pump spell and a Blink spell. I'll just take the Pump spell, probably not playing it. Take this random Vampire, take this random Sure Strike, and let's build the deck. So 45 cards here, so we got to take 5 out. And we might actually be putting a couple cards back in, like putting in some Merfolk again. So let's see. Kind of like Aquatic Incursion. How many Merfolk do I end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 Merfolk in here. Aquatic Incursion's probably okay. So do I probably just take out some of these random non-Merfolk creatures, like Hardy Veteran and stuff? Maybe I take out the little flying sub-theme? I like these cards are just good, though. Maybe Soul of the Rapids isn't so good, because I don't really have anything to make it larger. But I do think 4-mana 3/4 flyer is just great. It is going to be 2/3 flyer most of the time, but if I can make it a 3/4, that'll be really good. I like having the Dreadmaw and the Armasaur in here. Just to have a couple random larger creatures, especially with the fight cards. Maybe I take out the Crashing Tides. I feel like that card's pretty good, though. Especially if you can give it Flash. So we take out Sailor of Means in here? Guess that's okay. We're not, like, super ramping. Take out 1 Spirewinder, just go with 2. Just run this. Yeah, this looks alright. I think the mana base is fine. There's pretty even split, because all my blue cards are cheaper mana costs, so I want to hit my blue faster. But I do have more green as a whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green. Because I don't have more green. It's a pretty even split. Still think 8, 9 is fine. Maybe I do 8, 9 the other way around? Yeah, because the only stuff I have that needs 2 green mana is turn 4 at the earliest, whereas I have 2 cards that require double blue on turn 3. Take 1, forest out, put in 1 island, and run it like this. This seems fine, let's try it out. It's been a long time since I played this format, but I know I did like Rivals of Ixalan quite a bit. I might be overrating how much I liked it, but I know I liked it a lot better than Triple Ixalan, just because Triple Ixalan, it was like, you're just tribal and absolutely nothing else. Rivals of Ixalan, you could actually just draft like non-tribal other strategies. I think I'm going to keep this hand. It is pretty slow, but if I manage to get Tendershoot Dryad up and running, this could be really nice. And we also have a Crashing Tide to hopefully slow down our opponent and keep us alive for a bit. So we're against blue-white, and they just set out a 2-mana 1/3 flyer, so we're almost definitely just against a blue-white flying build. Yep, that is for sure. They picked up the favorable wins, give all their flyers +1/+1. don't really want a Crashing Tide right now, so I'm just going to draw 2. I don't really care about bouncing the 2-4. Oh, I'll have to discard a card if I do that. That's fine. That's a little rough. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I did not do my math. But yeah, now next turn we can play a Crashing Tide and Opt. So they play a Sworn Guardian, just a 2-mana 1/3 with no flying. I guess I just play my 3/3 then, because now I have all the mana to play Tendershoot Triad, so I don't need to draw more cards at this point. So we'll go ahead and stop the 1/3 from attacking us, I guess. They play a 1/1 that can't be blocked, and they play Cobbled Wings. Opponent is going deep on flying. Just in case they have stuff that doesn't have flying, they've got the Cobbled Wings to let it get there. So unfortunately, we have not drawn our Reach Guy or any of our flyers, and that's really what we want to draw, but for now, we've got a Tendershoot Dryad, and we'll get at least one Sapperling out of him before they kill him with something. I'll go ahead and attack with the Jadecraft Artisan. Jadecraft Artisan is stopping a total of 1 damage on blocks, so I might as well get in for 3 damage to my opponent. Are they going to give their unblockable guy flying? They might be like really trying to race us here, and then they put it on the 1/3. No, they're just going to give it up on the unblockable guy. Keep the Sworn Guardian for blocking. So now we're taking 4 a turn that we cannot block, unless we get a reach card. So that's a little worrisome. But we have 2 copies of Crashing Tide. I could just Crashing Tide both their guys here, and just try to go to town. But I could also just do that next turn. Yeah, let's play Armasar and Opt. Next turn we'll double Crashing Tide. And hopefully that'll be a real big swing next turn. I'm not going to attack with Tendershoot Dryad because they could have a pump spell or something that deals damage to an attacking or blocking creature. So we are going to take 4 more damage next turn at minimum. We're going to go down to 6 life, which is pretty scary. But we get to attack back at them for a whole lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If they make a dumb attack here, I could just kill them because I have 2 Crashing Tides, so I get to get rid of 2 blockers. So if they don't kill me right now, they need to make sure they have more than 2 creatures to block with, or some kind of instant speed removal. Okay, so they do not attack. They want to play it safe. I'm going to go ahead and Opt here. They're going to negate my Opt. Wow. That might have just given me the win. Now they only have 1 white mana untapped. I'm going to attempt to just bounce both their creatures. Can't block anything in the sky anyway, so I'm just going to do the all-out swing and have my Tendershoot Dryad give me a Sapperling to block with. Or I just have this 1 Sapperling left here to block with. They've got nothing, and they go to -4, so there goes game 1. So that actually was a lot closer of a game than it looked like, because I had nothing to stop their attacks there, so I was essentially down to 6 life. If they didn't just save those creatures back to block. So if they just had like a couple pump spells or just 1 more flyer or something like that, the game could have gone entirely differently. I think I'll keep this hand. It is awkward. There is no blue mana, but there's also no blue cards in here, and there's a pretty good card to fight things with. Hardy Veteran is nice. With my Savage Stomp and Hunt the Weak. And there's my blue mana, so this hand looks a lot better now. I do need a second blue, and then I'll be able to cast anything in my deck. So for now, they start off with an Adonto Vanguard, and they are in white and green. I'm just going to attack. Maybe I just save them to block. But then they just pay 4 and I lose my Hardy Veteran. That seems bad. Maybe I just Crashing Tide now because I've got nothing else to do. Just slow him down, draw a card. That's probably fine. Let's draw a card. Because then next turn I play my 3-4 and I'm just not scared of the 3-1 at all. Wait, did we draw a card? We're supposed to draw a card, right? Maybe we just drew this forest and I wasn't paying attention. If I didn't draw a card there, then something happened. So Territorial Hammer Skull, definitely one of the best cards in the format. I'm just gonna kill it, so I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, Territorial Hammer Skull, whenever it attacks, tap a creature an opponent controls, and it's a 3-mana 2/3. That card was a menace. Definitely one of the best commons. Gleaming Barrier. A 0/4, when it dies, they get some treasure? I think. Let's go ahead and play a flying guy. Just not attack. And they play a 4/4 dinosaur. Could go ahead and fight the dinosaur. Could also cast Aquatic Incursion, that makes sure I get the City's Blessing. Yeah, I'll go ahead and Aquatic Incursion and just attack with Spirewinder. Whoop! 3 in the air. Puts them down to 12. I also have the mana to just make these guys unblockable every turn. Ooh, Squire's Devotion. Squire's Devotion, also one of the best commons in the format, easily. Gives the enchanted creature lifelink, and it spits out a 1/1 lifelinker. I'm gonna have to kill that Armasaur, like, immediately here. If they attack, I'm just blocking with my 3/3. Alright, no attacks. That's pretty nice. Well, we get to get rid of the lifelink on it by just putting it back in their hand. Ooh, Secrets of the Golden City is going to be really nice next turn. So I could Savage Stomp onto something. Could just kill the barrier. But I can just stomp their 4/4 next turn, so I think I'm just passing. We're going to pass here, save the Savage Stomp to kill the 4/4. Because it's their biggest thing. We know they have an Adonto Vanguard in hand. Alright, we don't know what the last card is, but if it's not like a big bomb card, I think we're in a really good spot to win here, because I'm about to draw 3 more cards and clear out their biggest threats. Ooh, and a Tendershoot Dryad to back it all up. It feels nice, man. Feels real nice. We could also just play a flyer here. Just start getting over my opponent's head. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stomp. Give it the punch. Now they can't attack with the Vanguard either, because now my Hardy Veteran is a 4/4. So they could attack with it as a 3/1, and then they're just paying life to keep it alive. This is a super nice spot to be in. Okay. They get to explore, revealing a forest. So they're drawing some cards as well. An Encampment Keeper. 8 mana, sack it. All their creatures get +2/+2 till end of turn. Well, that is not lethal right now, so I think I'm fine. That is a lot of damage. But I think I just take it all, and let it happen. So we'll just play Tendershoot Dryad, and that's probably game. And then play the Flying Guy to start chipping away at them. Yeah, we just get a Saproling every single upkeep now, and in the meantime, hit him for 2, plus start hitting him with the other guys to make him unblockable. So they're going for a big attack here. I think I'm just going to take it all. 5, 10... Well, I can probably do some good blocks here. At least. They have no cards in hand. So I could at least block there, then I only take 16? I mean, that's a lot. I guess I should block with my 3/3. We'll go ahead and block on the lifelinker. I guess we're not on the unblockable plan with the Merfolk. Let's just go ahead and stop all the damage, because I think If I just mitigate the damage here, I should be fine. Because that's their only big attack. Now their dudes are back to being 3/3s. Yep, there's the scoop. Yeah, I just don't see how they could possibly attack through 2 3/3s every turn from that point on. Alright, so that was 2 wins in a row, so this deck's doing pretty good so far. However, both of those wins involved the Tendershoot Dryad, so I don't know if it counts. Because Tendershoot Dryad's just ridiculous. That's definitely one of the flaws, or the more contentious parts of this format, I would say, is if you don't like formats where the bombs are really powerful, then you probably won't like Rivals of Ixalan block, because there are multiple bombs in Ixalan block that are just savagely powerful. Tendershoot Dryad is definitely one of them. And obviously there's the most infamous one, Tetsamok, which is 2 black and 4 colorless for a 6/6 Death Touch dinosaur. But the scary part is that for 1 black mana, you can reveal it from your hand and put a prey counter on an opponent's creature. And then you can do that as many times as you want. And then when you cast Tetsamok, you just destroy everything with a prey counter on it. Card is really, really hard to beat. It's a one-sided Wrath that also gives you a 6/6. So yeah, this is definitely a very bomb-heavy format, so it is not for everyone. So this is a pretty nice start. Hardy Veteran into a Shapers of Nature. Some strong cards here. Does this put a counter on anything? Oh my god. It doesn't even have to be a Merfolk, just on any target creature, so I could even just make my Hardy Veteran bigger next turn. Opponent plays a Voracious Vampire. I'm just gonna get in there, I think. They've got no mana untapped. I could do 1 more damage to them, hit them for 6 here. Let's go ahead and do it. Make the Hardy Veteran a 3/3 or a 3/5 during my turn. I don't really want to put a counter on Shapers of Nature, because then if they have like Bombard, then I've just lost all my value. I think Shapers of Nature is easily a bigger target for their removal. So if I just put a counter on Shapers of Nature, I'm very likely just going to lose the value from the counter. So, yeah, they could have Impale, which is 2 black and 2 colorless, destroy target creature. They could have Bombard, which is a red and 2, deal 4 to a creature. There's a lot of stuff they could have. Both of those cards are just common. They're not even uncommon. So we'll have to see what they have here. Looks like they're just going to get in there for 2 with Menace, because the only other thing this guy's going to do is chump block anyway. And they could have a Raid trigger. Raid cards are cards that you get a bonus effect if you attacked with a creature before you cast them. So they're going to Raid trigger a Swaggering Corsair. So it's a 3 mana 3/3. Definitely a fine creature, but I am super happy that's all my opponent did that turn, because now I can just attack again. And I just put a counter on whatever they block. And I think if they don't block, I just play my 4/4. No blocks. Alright, then I'll just play my 4/4. So we hit them for 6. They're down to 6 life. I play my 4/4. That is definitely just going to block their 3/3, regardless of what they do. Because if they use a Sure Strike to kill it, it's whatever. It's not like an insane card to lose. So opponent is on red, black, green, something. Don't think they're really on a tribe, so they're probably just on some good bombs with some good mana fixing with the Traveler's Amulets to make sure they've got the mana to cast whatever they have. Spike-tailed Ceratops, 4/4, and it can block 2 creatures. So that's pretty nice. Go ahead and play the land here. Shapers of Nature is going to be pretty much gas here. It's going to be pretty much game, actually, even if they don't have a... Or, especially if they don't have a flyer or a reach creature, then the Shapers Oh, Shaper Apprentice, not Shapers of Nature. Shaper Apprentice will be able to just kill them if they don't get a flyer or reach card soon. So I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with just the Armasaur, and then we'll see what they do. Depending on what they do, I might want to pump it. If they just block with their 4/4, I might want to pump it. If they block with their 3/3 and their 5/5, I might want to pump it. If they block with nothing, I don't think I want to pump it. Or if they just chump block with a 2/2, I also don't think I want to pump it. And if they block with absolutely everybody, I think I will just kill the 4/4 and not pump it. So let's see what of those options they choose to do. Shapers of Nature is really just controlling this game here. This is how you see the power of Shapers of Nature. So that's a pretty good block. That forces me to only kill one of these guys. But luckily, because they did that block, now I don't even have to sink my mana into the Shapers. So now I just get to cast a Colossal Dreadmaw, probably. Now that I've made their field smaller, Dreadmaw might just be better than Shaper Apprentice. I don't know which is better. We can play a 6/6 trample, or we can play a 2/1 flyer. That's going to be a 3/2 flyer. I think I'm going to play Shaper Apprentice. And just really hope they don't have a flyer or a reach card. If they have removal, that's totally fine. Because I don't think they have removal, and if they had removal at any point, Shapers of Nature would have been dead way sooner, so I really doubt they have removal. So they just have a 3/3. Sweet. Not even a flyer, so we're just going to go ahead and make our flyer a 3/2. So they'll die in 2 turns to this guy. So yeah, we're going to go to combat. Do you let my flyer get in there? Go ahead. Yeah, we can go ahead and get him with the Hardy Veteran as well. Just lower their creature count here. I don't see how this could possibly go bad for us. If they make a really good block that I didn't see, I can just remove a counter from them and draw a card if I really want. Yep, we get to kill one of their dudes. We're trading our 3/3 for their 3/3. I'll go ahead and kill the Swagger guy, I guess. Does not really matter. Hit him for 3 in the air. If they don't draw a flyer immediately, they're dead. So we're going to go ahead and play Spirewinder, and now if they don't draw a flyer immediately, they're very dead. Because now there are 2 3-power flyers on the board, and they are at 3 life. Let's figure out if they have an answer. Finalizing Crown on the border. It's a 6/2 trample. It'll be a 6/3 trample next turn, because it won't have the damage on it anymore. So we could actually die here. Because there is 1 red and a colorless. There's Buccaneer's Bravado, which gives it +1/+1 and double strike. So that'd be 7-power double strike, and they could also just have a 2-mana pump spell. I don't remember what 2-mana pump spells are in the format, but I'm just gonna block with the 1/1. I really don't want to die here. But also blocking with Shaper of Nature seems really risky. They could just get me out of nowhere with that. I'm just going to block with the 1/1, and we'll see what they have. If I die right now, that is totally my fault. There's the Buccaneer's Bravado. Do they have another pump spell? No. Okay, good. Woo! Buccaneer's Bravado is a powerful card. Alright, there's the scoop from our opponent. I was getting really scared there. I was like, ooh, 2 black mana, fog? They're going to get me? Just destroy my soul here? No, they did not. Alright. So that is 3 wins and 0 losses in. Great start to this draft. That draft, I didn't even have a crazy bomb. See, this deck's good. I didn't draw my Tendershoot Dryad, so clearly This deck's good even if I don't draw, like, insane draws. But, let's be fair, Shapers of Nature put in a whole lot of work there. Shapers of Nature was a very, very choice card in that game. Alright. This hand is basically unkeepable. I can't cast anything in here. I have 2 forests, and all my green cards are 3 mana and up. And I have blue cards in here that I just can't. I've got to mulligan that, unfortunately. This is not the best, but I'm going to keep it. We'll scry that land to the bottom. Because I have a Crashing Tide to try and draw my 4th land, and hopefully I'm just drawing some little merfolk here to go with my Mistbinder. Alright, well... Start's gotten a little more awkward, because now I'm getting just another 4-mana card. Oh no. Oh no, I'm just getting all my 4-mana cards. I don't want to Crashing Tide the Diviner. That seems bad. I just let them explore again. It is a 1/4, so that just like blocks everything for a while. Blossom Dryad. Well, thankfully I have a Merfolk out, so I get to do this in an instant. So I still get to draw my card before I untap. And there's the 4th land. See, never didn't have it. We're totally fine. I think I'd rather pump the Mistbinder till end of turn right now, so I can get 1 swing in here at the least. Yeah! Hit you for 4. Cool, we got some damage in. And if my opponent is really on the ramp strategy, then bouncing that Blossom Dryad hopefully set them back a lot. We'll have to see if they recast it right now. If they don't recast it right now, then we got very little value off of just returning their Blossom Dryad. Oh, it's another ramp card. Alright. Into a Goblin Trailblazer. So they are on, like, ramp-ish deck. So I could play my Jade Guardian and just put the counter on itself. Could also just play a Shaper Apprentice or Spirewinder. I don't really think I want to put the counter on my Mistbinder. Let's just attack with Jadecraft Artisan. Most likely it's just going to do 4 to them, but we'll see. Alright, it just does 4. Yeah, we'll just make a 4/4. 4/4 hexproof, actually. Seems fine. I have a feeling my Mistbinder is going to get bombarded sometime. I don't think we've played against a single removal spell so far, so that's been pretty lucky. But I don't remember for sure. So now they have a 3/2. I think we're still just attacking with our 4/4s because we've got like other stuff to play out here once they're gone. Just get in with the 4/4s. Make some trades here. Hopefully clear out their board a little bit. Pave the way for an Armasaur or a Spirewinder. I mean, the way is totally clear for Spirewinder and Shaper Apprentice. They don't have any flyers. So we're gonna kill... What would I rather kill here? The 1/4 or the 3/2? I think the 3/2 I would rather kill. Get him out of there. Do 4 to my opponents. I think I'm just going to save the flying for last. So that hopefully it's like after they've expended all of their resources, they're like, oh shit, there's flyers too, and it just gets them. So they use the relic to draw a card, fair enough. Makeshift Munitions, that card is really good. Pay 1, sack a artifact or creature, deal 1 to any target, so they can make really nice trades and stuff. But my creatures are all pretty big, but they might want to like sack 2 to just kill my Mistbinder. I'd be fine with that trade. Unless they play something that just spawns 2 treasure tokens. That is definitely the best thing you can do with Makeshift Munitions, is have a lot of cards that produce treasure tokens. Then you can really get your opponent. Just start machine gunning away their creatures. Ooh, Tillinelli's Crown turned the Diviner into a 4/4? We get about to trade 4/4s here? Let's find out. They're thinking about it. They were looking at their diviner there. We absolutely are. Alright, we're trading 4/4s. They're going to double block the Armasaur? Or are they just going to block it once and use munitions to send their Dryad and my Trailblazer at the Mistbinder? That way they just get to eat my Artisan? Seems decent for my opponent, but then Armasaur just gets in there, so we're still good. Alright, so I just traded my Jadecraft Artisan for Trailblazer and Blossom Dryad. But this way they got to stop the damage from Armasaur as well, so it was a little bit of a better play, but it is not as fancy as it looked. So now we just play Flyers and just like, lol, what now? They do have 2 cards in hand, they could have things. Alright, Raptor. So they're probably just going to have to start sending their guys at my Flyers. Luckily though, Spirewinder has 4 toughness, so like, what are they going to do? Shaper Apprentice, I don't have any more Merfolk right now, though. So we just do this. And they could chump block Armasaur, kill the Shaper Apprentice here if they want. Alright, looks like they're just going to get rid of the Armasaur at this point. Fair enough. Hopefully Spirewinder can get there. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. It depends on how many bombs are in their deck. If they have some good bombs, then they might top deck better than we do. But I have multiple cards that draw cards, so I think on average I should top deck pretty well as compared to my opponent. But I don't know what's in their deck. They might just have a bunch of really spicy bombs. That would all be just great draws right now. But until then, we're just gonna race. Like, we win this race for sure. If they get 4 creatures out, they can throw them all at Spirewinder. That is what I was talking about when I said some insane bombs that they could have. A Tali Primal Store, that could get there. Or Primal Storm. That could get there. We're just going to take 3. We only need to hit them 2 more times with the Spirewinder, though. If we draw a Merfolk, then we're good. Alright, I've got City's Blessing, so let's draw 3 cards off Secrets of the Golden City. None of these cards are very exciting right now. Just some little creatures here. Neither of them are a Merfolk, so I can't give my guy flying. Just go and play the Whiptail. Alright, well. They will probably have to send 4 of their creatures at Spirewinder to survive. But they could also pull a removal spell from their deck off of Vitali. I don't have very many removal spells, though, so unless they get really lucky and hit one of my 2 fight cards, I think I'm still in a really good spot. So let's just hope they don't win an ultimate coin flip here. So I just hit a land, and they hit a land. Alright, well that's pretty nice for me, and I'm just going to block that with a 1/1. They draw something with reach or some kind of removal. Oh my god! Opponent is a top-decking master, Jesus! Ooh, I'm a top-decking master as well. Top-decking masters supreme. So we'll play a Hardy Veteran. We'll Savage Stomp to make the Phoenix not have flying till end of turn. They only have 3 mana to shoot at the Spirewinder, so they can't even shoot the Spirewinder out of desperation this way. If I had Savage Stomp to counter onto the Winder, onto the Spirewinder and onto the Phoenix, that would have been really bad. Because then Spirewinder would have 4 damage on it, and it would have 5 toughness total, so they'd only have to sack 1 more creature to kill Spirewinder. But this way, by fighting it with a different creature, I make sure my Spirewinder just can't die, because they only have 3 mana to shoot at it. So I think that's game. I could be miscalculating here. Maybe somehow they have a 4th mana that I'm just not seeing, but I'm pretty sure I just kill them in the sky. Alright. Ooh, that was terrifying. I was like pretty sure we had things on lock, and then I started saying things where I'm like, well, they could have really good bombs that would just destroy us. And the second I started saying that, they just drew a Tali into Rekindling Phoenix. That was terrifying. but we drew pretty well as well. We drew slightly better, and that'll get us the win. Opponent's deck was spicy. Rekindling Phoenix with makeshift munitions is a real nice combo. They just get to attack with the Phoenix, and then at the end of their opponent's turn, just sack the Phoenix and do damage to something, and then they just get the Phoenix back anyway, so, like, what are you losing any value there? Like, you're not. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got a Chart a Course, so that I can try to get my mana that I need. I'm probably just casting Chart a Course on turn 2, unless I'd, like, draw a land here. Alright, I drew a land here. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm casting Chart a Course, because I misplayed my mana there, like an idiot. I was like, I'm going to play Chart a Course on turn 2 unless I draw a land, because then I know that'll hit my third land, so then I could just wait on Chart a Course, but then I was like, oh, I just played a second island, like an idiot. That was spicy. That was, like, spicily stupid. But it's alright, we just drew a Shapers of Nature, that's pretty cool. Dusk Legion Zealot. Alright, this is the scariest deck I've played against so far. If I'm being completely honest, both of the cards that they've played so far are pretty good and fit the same theme, so I'm scared that my opponent might be very competent at drafting and destroy my soul. Because they are currently on just like black-green value with some good cards. So I don't want to lose Shapers of Nature. So this is a little risky, but let's see what happens. Are you going to be okay, Shapers of Nature? I hope you're going to be okay. I want you to be okay. I want you to be my homie. Please survive. I believe in you. No! Alright, what the hell do they have? At least we're like 2 for winning them or 3 for winning them. Alright. We 3 for 1 of them, so that's cool. But both of the cards that they traded for it let them draw a card, so not as cool. Yeah, opponent has a really, really good deck. I think this is where we finally lose. All 3 of these cards are incredible. Meanwhile, we've played like a Jadecraft Artisan. Jadecraft Artisan's not that great. Recover? Recover on Dusk Legion Zealot? 3 mana, return a creature from your grave to your hand, draw a card. Play the creature, draw another card. We are definitely going to lose this game. I mean, that's a Tender Shoot Dryad. That's one way to attempt to win. Let's opt and really try to hit mana. There's mana. So we're playing a pretty shitty Mistbinder here. But, I mean, we did admit Mistbinder wasn't going to be the greatest in this deck. It's just going to be alright. Alright, so they're just going to block. If they have another Recover, that would be so spicy. Okay, they took back the block, so we got damage in. We got them back down to below 20. After they gained a couple life off Moment of Craving. Colossal Dreadmaw. Alright. Here's where the things go pretty bad. So I can play Tender Shoot Dryad, or I can just bounce that guy right now. I think I'm just going to cast Tender Shoot Dryad and really hope they don't kill it immediately. What happens if I bounce that guy right now? Then I'm trying to play a Dreadmaw of my own. So would I go blue, green, green, hope to draw island? And I can also attack if I do this? Yeah, they're tapped out. That seems good. They are tapped out. Seems good to be able to attack here. Ooh, and I draw the island? Yes! Draw more cards. Spicy. Down to 14 for my opponents, and they're probably just going to recast a Dreadmaw. I don't see what else they'd do here. Unless they have a 7-mana dinosaur, that would be terrifying. Orazka Relic. Followed by a 5-mana card? Overgrown Armasaur. Fair enough. So we definitely have City's Blessing when I cast Tender Shoot Dryad. We have 7 mana now. I only have enough mana to cast one thing, so I'm just casting one of any of these cards. Let's just find out if we're trading here. I have all this mana untapped, so they know that, like, they could just be trading for a pump spell. Okay. They do just take the trade. We play Dryad and hope that they don't have more removal. Hopefully they just have a Dreadmaw, and that's their game plan. But they have a lot of cards, so they probably have removal. Contract killing. Alright. Dryad's gone. They get a treasure. I've drawn a lot of cards here. We've both drawn a lot of cards, and they're about to draw another off the Orazca Relic, which is not good. They do have 6 mana to play Dreadmaw now, thanks to those treasure tokens they got off Contract Killing, and it looks like they do so. Probably draw a card off the Relic next turn. So I think I'm just playing my own Dreadmaw here. We're offering the trades. They play a Dusk Charger, so that's a 4 mana 5/5, seems pretty good. And a Grazing Whiptail. No attacks. They don't want to trade Treadmaws just yet. I have 9 mana. So I can play Armisar and one more card. Yeah, we'll play Armisar and Incursion. And now I think it's really unlikely they get to attack, so now I can hopefully just start attacking them with unblockable Merfolk tokens by spending mana to pump them up. I think I have a slightly better position on board, but they have more cards in hand. So what's your pump spell? No pump spell. Do they have another Recover? To return Dreadmaw to their hand and draw another card? My god, opponent's deck is just a value masterpiece. They have just so many cards to draw cards. And in black-green of all colors. They're drawing a lot of cards. So we're playing one card here. Guess we'll play the one that we don't care if it dies as much. Just make the Mistbinder unblockable, I guess. Because we're not going to block with Mistbinder, but we might block with a token. Do you have another Recover or a pump spell or something? Alright, kill the Armisar. I get a token from it. Whiptail survives. Ravenous Daggertooth. Alright, they just got more dudes. We've got 10 mana. We can make 2 Merfolk unblockable this turn, or we can just cast our Spirewinder. I think I'm just going to cast Spirewinder and make one of them unblockable. Hits you for 2. Dusk Legion Zealot. They're drawing more cards. I don't like it. I don't like that they just get to draw so many cards. Alright, well, we got 11 mana. That's enough to make 2 things unblockable this turn, but that's it. Attack with the unblockable ones for 4. They're down to 8. They're dead in 2 more turns. So they've got to just start going Alpha Strike, I think. No Alpha Strike. Got 12 mana. We can make all of them unblockable. This puts us, like, the most vulnerable to an Alpha Strike next turn, but it also makes sure, even if they get to kill my Mistbinder, they're dead on board next turn. Which would be the most likely way they survive, is just impaling Mistbinder. But now, even if they do that, these are 2 1/1 Hexproofers. Oh, wow! That was a nice Crushing Canopy. Crushing Canopy at the very last second. Man. Wow. Alright, well, I think I'd rather have two 3/3 hexproofers than one 4/4 hexproofer. Now we're just waiting to top deck stuff. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. I think they're still dead? I think they're still dead, because their damage trigger goes onto the stack. They don't immediately gain the life from the Dagger Tooth. They gain it after the trigger resolves. So if they die during the same combat that would have enraged the dinosaur, then they never get to gain the life, they just die. At least I think that's how it works, so hopefully they're just dead. Because I think their trigger goes on the stack, but it doesn't resolve until they're already dead. Yes, okay. Whew, that was scary. I think my opponent's deck was better than mine. I think they probably drafted better than me, but just gonna never stop getting lucky. I really liked my opponent's deck. That was really nice. So much value. All of the draw cards. In green-black, man. I'm sitting here with green-blue with, like, Secrets of the Golden City and stuff, and my opponent's drawing more cards than me. That was spicy. I think... I didn't do the math, but I might have probably drawn more cards than them by the end of that game, just because... I don't know. No, because they played, like, 2 Recovers, 2 Dusk Legion Zealots. I think they drew more cards than me. I don't know. Either way, doesn't really matter. Both of our decks drew a lot of cards. That's the moral of the story. This hand is really awkward. It's really awkward. I can't put anything onto the board here. All I can do is Crashing Tide and hope to draw into a forest. And I need 2 forests before I can even play a creature. I think I have to mulligan this. This is a lot more keepable. There are 2 cards I can actually play here. I'm going to put that on bottom. There's 2 cards I can actually play here. Neither of them are super spicy, but I can cast them. See, now I get to play Shaper Apprentice turn 2, Mistbinder turn 3, and that is really spicy. Unless my opponent just plays like a 2/1 flyer, like Shaper Apprentice, then I'm kind of shit out of luck. Because then, yeah, I'll have a 3/2 flyer on turn 3, which is really nice, but it's not going to get anywhere. Alright, they don't play anything. I think we're just going to beef up the Shaper Apprentice and just go to town, hopefully. Opponent is on mono blue so far. I'm interested. Okay, they're on blue-red. They were stuck on mana a little there. They still don't play something. They've got to have, like, an instant speed removal spell or a flash creature or something. So I'm going to Jade Guardian. It's really risky if I just put the counter on the Shaper Apprentice here, because then if they have a removal spell, they'll probably just kill it. But I have a Merfolk Mistbinder out, so that's probably drawing the removal. I don't know, I'm putting the counter on the Apprentice. I'm just going to go full aggro and hope for the best. Come on, I'm crossing my fingers. Oh my god, they had a Flash Flyer? They had a Flash Flyer? That can only block flyers. You can't kill my Mistbinder with that. Wow, they wanted to kill my Mistbinder with that. Thank God I know their cards slightly better than they do, because that would have been horrific if they could have blocked Mistbinder with it. I'm surprised they didn't just trade with the Shaper Apprentice, because I probably would have, because I've got kind of a scary field. Okay, Deadeye Righalar, that bounces the Shaper Apprentice. It no longer has the counter on it. They don't have to be so worried anymore. But I do get to Savage Stomp now. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana to play Savage Stomp and Shaper Apprentice. Just drawing a basic land there would have been really nice. Kinda want to just Savage Stomp their flyer, but I don't need to do that yet. I think I just replay my stuff. If they have like an instant speed removal spell, that'll be really bad for me, because if I try to like Savage Stomp their flyer and then they just kill what I'm stomping it with, that would be pretty bad. But I guess I can just stomp it with my Hexproof guy, and then I'm just fine, right? So I don't attack this turn because I need my Hexproof guy as a 3/3 for Savage Stomp. And then, worst case scenario, in response to Savage Stomp, they kill my Merfolk Mistbinder, in which case my Jade Guardian still trades with the flyer. It just doesn't survive the fight anymore. So that would still be pretty bad. Yeah, and then I wouldn't have any Merfolk out for Shaper Apprentice to be flying. Yeah, things could be really bad if they have an instant speed removal spell that kind of just screws up my Savage Stomp hardcore. So let's hope they don't. They're going to attack still. They must have another raid trigger. You know, at this point, I've got Secrets of the Golden City. I might just try to outvalue them here and just make trades. Because they're definitely just playing another creature. They're probably playing like the 5-mana 3/2 that does 2 damage to something when it enters. I think we just trade and try to draw more cards than my opponent to win this game. So they probably have like Buccaneer's Bravado, but we get to get rid of it now by doing this. Yeah, this is fine. That's fine. That's a lot better than just taking like 8 to the face and then dying next turn out of nowhere. I copy the Dream Caller. Now they have 2 3/3 flyers. That's pretty bad. Man, really needed to draw land there. But I guess it wouldn't have mattered, because even if I draw land, I can only play one of these cards. Alright, I think I'm stomping one of the flyers and getting in there. That's the best I can do here. Don't you dare have an instant speed thing for 1 blue. Alright, they don't. So we get to hit them for 6. Dreamcaller Siren cannot block either of my creatures, so they have to have another creature to survive. Or just a removal spell. Just to kill Mistbinder, and then Jade Guardian's only a 3/3. But maybe they don't. Maybe they don't have another creature. That would be hilarious. Once again, I feel like I'm playing against a really nice deck. They've just drawn a little awkwardly here. Alright, well, let's see if they have any instant speed stuff. Because if not, that's dead on board right there. Ooh! Flash 3/3 flyer, block the Mistbinder, take 4? Bold choice. They're taking 4. I think I'll play the guy that makes 2 creatures. That way they need to play another creature or they just die. Nice! Oh my god, Jungleborn Pioneer, thank you. Woo! Actually, they had to play 2 more creatures or they would just die, thanks to Jungleborn Pioneer being 2 creatures in 1. Whoo! This is crazy, dude. 6 wins, 0 losses? With this deck? I mean, this deck is good. I didn't think it's that good. Wow, alright. Let's head into hopefully the last round. Because if I win, it'll be the last round. So that would be the best, right? It's always the best if you just win everything. Man, this is great. This is going great. I think in the first few rounds, I felt like I was playing maybe some opponents that were newer to the format, maybe with just some weaker decks. Definitely that red, green, black deck, stuff like that, where they just had like all the mana fixing and just a bunch of little creatures that didn't matter too much. I was not so scared, but these recent matches, I've been playing against some decks that I think are very good. This is an absolute mulligan. I cannot, in good conscience, keep that, and I think I have to keep this. His hand got a lot better thanks to the Scry. Got a Merfolk Mistbinder on top. Oh no. Oh no, opponent is aggressive. Start out with a 1-mana 2/2, basically. 1-mana 1/2, whenever it attacks, each opponent loses a life. Ooh, they're starting real aggressive. I'm glad I have a Jungleborn Pioneer here, at least. There's almost no way that Merfolk Mistbinder doesn't just get killed. Seeing as they're so aggressive. Oh, I guess it doesn't just get killed. I guess I just get killed instead. Gotta take 5, go to 12? Jesus. Now we're gonna play Jungleborn Pioneer here. We're just hoping that playing a creature that gives us 2 blockers in 1 will keep us alive. That's what we're hoping here. We just have to survive the initial onslaught and then just play bigger cards than them and we should be fine. Okay, they're definitely removing Merfolk Mistbinder. There we go. Alright. Just attack with everybody, please. Then I just get to kill Conquistador and Companion. And I still get to keep my Jungleborn Pioneer. Oh, no attacks. That's also good for me. I mean, now I just get more time to stabilize. Hopefully I start playing creatures that are larger than theirs. That was a terrifying start. I mean, I was from 20 life to 12 immediately. Without much I could do in response. Squire's Devotion on the Menace creature seems really good. Oh, they're just going in there. Alright, well, let's not block the Vampire. We'll just bounce that guy. What do you have for 1 black mana? You have Swashbuckling? You have to... Oh my... Oh, Skullduggery, that's what it's called. Wow, that was bad. Opponent's deck's nice. That's for sure. They get to give their Lifelinker Menace. They get to give Conquistador Menace if I do this. I have to draw a card. Yeah, I gotta just make that guy smaller. That's not a good draw at all right now. I forgot Skullduggery. I just forgot all the instant speed stuff at this point. And then they just get to reveal my hand and make me discard my 1 card I had left. I can't block this. But I have to block this. If I block this, then next turn they play Menace Guy, hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4. I go to 4 life. If I don't block this, I'm down to 5. They play Menace Guy, make Conquistador Menace, then I go down to 3. Oh my god. This is so bad. Yeah, I lost this game. I lost this game for sure. I guess you try to draw something? Well, this is the perfect time for Hunt the Week. Thank you, deck. We are just getting aggroed out of here. This is brutal. That's more lands. That's not what we need. That's another land. Okay. Well, we got a Shapers of Nature. It doesn't matter, though. If I cast Shaper of Nature... Never good game before your opponent loses. Never good game before they're dead on board. I have 5 cards in hand, haven't played my land this turn. There are ways to win. Sorry, that is the #1 way to piss me off. Alright. So, like, yeah, all I can do is cast Shapers of Nature, block Conquistador. I take 1, 2, 3. I take 4 because Conquistador has the attack trigger. That's unfortunate. Yeah, because, like, I could have drawn into, like, Ravenous Daggertooth and Savage Stomp. Like, I can't draw into that in my deck. I'm just trying to think of draws that I could possibly have where I would survive here, which would have been Ravenous Daggertooth, Savage Stomp, the Menace Guy. Then I'd have a 4-3 out, I'd gain 2 life, so I'd be at 6. I'd have a 4-3 out, and then they'd have a 1-2 and a 1-1. Like, I would be in a really good spot to survive in that game. But I didn't have that, so my opponent's good game was actually at a time where I was dead. But whenever my opponent says good game, when I still could potentially, like, to their knowledge, have cards that would win, I get pretty pissed off. Unless I have the cards that make sure that I survive, then I'm hilariously happy. I love it when my opponent says good game when I'm at like 1 life, and then I just kill them. And I'm like, good game, in response. Because that, I don't know. Just irritates me. It's probably my biggest pet peeve on Arena. Alright. Well, this is another not great hand to start with. But I think I'm just going to keep it, because I get to chart a course, hopefully, into an island. Oh, well, there's the island. Alright, well, I still don't really have anything to play till turn 4, like, that I get to put on the board. Ooh, opponent's on another aggressive start. Start off with a Nest Robber. Another Secrets of the City. Let's chart a course here. Hardy Veteran and a Savage Stomp. I think I just discard the Forest? Maybe I discard Crashing Tide. Because if all they play is a bunch of stuff... Red-Blue has a lot of stuff with Enter the Battlefield triggers. Lots of raid effects that they could just redo if I Crashing Tide something. I kind of want to just discard the Forest, though. Because, like, my 4-drop is not that exciting. I'm just going to discard the Forest. We'll see if that was correct here pretty soon, based on what they play. Fire Shrine Keeper. A 1-1 with Menace. Okay. Let's play the Hardy Veteran and probably just trade with the Nest Robber. Or with whatever removal spell they have in their hand. I would be super fine trading with that. They're just going to get in for 1 with the Menace and get a raid trigger. Deadeye Rig Hauler. Okay. So I get to recast Veteran here. And then they just can't attack with the Rig Hauler, really. That was a pretty good draw. That gives me something to do with my 3rd mana, for sure. I think I'm going to opt now, because then if I draw a land, I can just play it. And I think I really want to draw land, so I'm going to put Shaper's Apprentice on bottom here. Alright, discarding the Forest may not have been the play. Probably should have discarded the Crashing Tide like I was thinking about. Because now, like, the only creature that I would want to bounce is their 4-drop, which has an End of the Battlefield effect, so there's no way I'm going to bounce it at this point. So we're probably getting Buccaneers Bravadoed? Oh no, I just get to kill the guy. Okay. They're just trying to get damage in. Spawn with a Brazen Freebooter, get a treasure, and it's a 3-3. They have a lot of mana, so I think I'm fine with just bouncing the 3-3 with the Crashing Tide later. But let's actually just play a 3-3 of my own for now, so I can actually block something. I might end up just trading with their 3-3 with this, which is not where I want to be. I'm definitely, like, really on the offensive here, and it's not a good position. Let's just block there. If they have Buccaneers Bravado, they can kill me. Go ahead. I basically give up at this point. Atali? Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot win this game. Oh my god. Alright, well, I mean... Why did you pay 2 blue? Dear Auto Tapper, why did you play 2 blue? Because now... Oh my god. I guess it doesn't matter. Because I don't think I had any, like, 2-drops there. If I drew, like, a Shapers of Nature, then that would have been awful that it paid 2 blue. I'm gonna keep this guy back. Next turn I can play Dreadmaw to trade with their Atali. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana to play Dreadmaw and Savage Stomp at the same turn. I would need 1 more mana. I'm 1 mana away from Dreadmaw and Savage Stomp at the same turn to deal with Atali, and that would be so nice. Oh, I wish I drew like a Crashing Tide there. I think I have to just play Dreadmaw and block Atali straight up. So they just... we gotta hope that the cards on top of our decks here are not phenomenal for my opponents. Like, I could also just play Tendershoot Dryad and chump Atali with a 1-1. What did they get? They got an island and a Fanatical Firebrand. That's bad. That's not actually that scary, but it's 1 more damage when I'm at 7 life. That's kind of terrifying that they have 1 direct damage they can use at any time on anything. Oh my god, that's a 2-2. That's a field. That's a lot of stuff out there. We've got 7 mana. I can't play 2 cards this turn. I could play Armasar and fight something. I think I have to do that. I think I have to just kill one of their creatures. And get another 1-1 token. I think that's better than Tendershoot right now, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 mana. If they get 1 more, they can do this to do 3 to 2 target creatures. I think I have to just kill the Menace guy. If they have, like, Bombard, I'm just dead. Okay, they don't have Bombard. So I get to have my 1/1 blocker and my 4/4 blocker. Can I keep them? Is the question. So yeah, I killed that guy. That way I can actually resolve a Dryad here if I manage to survive this game. Because yeah, there's the land. So if I just play Dryad, then they play the land, kill my Dryad and my Saproling with the Menace guy. So I definitely think that I did a better play there. And they have Burning Sun's Avatar. This is really bad. That's so bad. I'm at 3 life and they have 1 damage on board, no matter what I block. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so bad. Here's a Dryad. Make some blockers, hopefully. Please don't have any more direct damage. Please don't. I want to get my 7th win. We're so close. We're so close to the 7-win run. Come on. I believe in you, deck. I don't have any life gain in here, so... Oh my god, this is terrifying. Curious Obsession on the Buccaneer. I guess it doesn't really matter what they put it on. There's no way I'm, like, not blocking it. Oh, shit. Oh, no, that was such a good Curious Obsession. Because now I can't kill the Burning Sun's Avatar with, like, a double block here. Does it have Trample? Okay, it doesn't have Trample. Thank God. Alright, I guess we're chumping now. We're just going to block it with 2 Saplings next turn. Oh my god, that's not good. That's not good. They search for any dino, and now whenever they play a dino, they do a damage to everything. Oh, they don't have another dino! They didn't have another dino! Oh my god. Because I was like, then they could just play 1 dinosaur and use Firebrand and kill my Dryad. Holy shit. I am so lucky they didn't have another dinosaur there. It's ridiculous. So now I get the secrets and cast a Spirewinder. And hopefully we just have like a million blockers for the rest of the game here. I could cast a Hunt the Weak, but then I'm just trading for Avatar. I don't think trading is like what I want to do here. I think I want to play one of my cards that makes 2 blockers. Play an Aquatic Incursion. Yeah, Hunt the Weak. Hunt the Weak would be a 2-for-1 trade. I would be trading my Hunt the Weak and my Armisar for their Burning Sun's Avatar. Whereas, like, I could just block with a 5/5 and a 3/3, and then they just kill one of them. Alright, I've got like a million blockers, so they basically have to have more direct damage at this point. And if they do, there's nothing I can do about that, and that's what's terrifying here, and I hate it. But if they don't, if they don't, this is going to be so good. Oh no! Alright, okay. That does 3 to 2 creatures, so they get to do 3 to my Dryad, and then all my Saplings are just 1/1s. Oh no. Oh no! Alright, we gotta hunt that guy, right? This is the dumbest game. I'm gonna Hunt the Weak or Fire Shrine Keeper again to make sure my Dryad survives. How do you feel about that, boy? Alright, let's get some flying protection. Play like a Spirewinder. Oh my god. We just start attacking with 3/3s now, and that's how we try to win. 3/3s.deck. Saproling friends! They're gonna take 6 here. Yep. Oh my god, please. This is terrifying. I'm playing against red at 3 life with 1 direct damage on board from Fanatical Firebrand. Oh god. Alright. Okay, that's just a 3/3. I can deal with that. That's a 3/3. Hello, 3/3. I can deal with 3/3s. I have a bunch of 3/3s. Oh, they scooped! Oh my god. Tendershoot Dryad.deck does it again. That's the 7-win run. We did not go 7-0. We did lose to that really aggressive white-black deck. That was a very nice deck. Oh, feels good to be back. Feels good to be back to Ixalan. That was crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and open these packs for those interested in what I randomly get for boosters. That's a cool card. I love the flip enchantments. I think they're all really cool. I love the artwork on the other side of the flips, for sure. And let's see what this pack here brings us. Overflowing Insight. I mean, it's a mythic rare. I don't think it sees a lot of play. I think the only thing I've ever seen it played in is a Thousand Year Storm combo deck, which is like super fun. Thousand Year Storm is a super cool card, so that's awesome. Because then it's like, it's kind of like your win condition, because you just like Thousand Year Storm after you've played like 4 cards, and then you cast Overflowing Insight, and then you do it like 5 times, so you just have your opponent draw 35 cards like halfway through the game. That'll just mill them. I don't know. It's pretty janky. It's pretty janky. I don't think it's the best way to win with Thousand Year Storm. You could just win with a Lightning Strike at that point, so why would you win with that thing? Anyways, thank you all for watching another draft here on my channel. I'll see you all again tomorrow for another draft of Rivals of Ixalan, or maybe a Cascade Constructed. I have no idea what on earth a good deck for Cascade Constructed would be, so I just have absolutely no clue about this format, so if I make a video of it, don't expect me to be very good at it. Expect me to have a deck that probably doesn't even work in the format, but yeah, it's crazy. I might try it out. But yeah, I'll definitely see you all tomorrow for another Magic Arena video. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I'll see you soon.